Hello again, welcome back for another daily Bindavise Repentance. It is November 22nd, 2024, a little before midnight here. Got another update. Now it's 1.9.7.6. I think the last one was 5. I thought there was a 6 in this one. Okay, well, I don't know what kind of updates there are because I can't seem to find any data. Maybe like the Isaac wiki might have something, more details of it. I don't know, man. Oh, what I do anyways is a daily. Oh, is that the deal? You have to wait a minute. It's gonna stop it. You had to wait for the players to join before you start it. That's probably why. Because I would think, like, you start the thing and then you find the lobby automatically. Nope. Not like any other kind of multiplayer game. Nothing like that. So we're going to... It probably explains why, like, other players were able to do it single player and just be like, I want to play multiplayer single player. Lol. What have I been up to tonight? Well... Or today. Oh, I had myself a venti, like, cold brew today. AKA probably the biggest size out there. Unless, like, maybe you'll let me use, like, a freaking old school, like, super gulp or something. Yeah, maybe. Maybe a little super gulpy. Yeah. And then, what else has been going? Well, let's see. Oh, I guess I charged my doorbell camera thing, but part of that was also installing a new SD card thing into the device, which it didn't have before. And I was messing around with it. It's supposed to be 500 and something gigs, and it's not. It's like 400 and something. I'm gonna just deal with it, right? It's close enough. And besides, like, it doesn't give you the full, like, size, right? The bytes is different from the, you know, whatever amount, right? It's a weird dichotomy. The whole system's all just strange, you know? How it's built. So I put that in there, and then I had to specially format it, and it's cool now that if the power ever goes out on my internet, you know, either or, you know, I mean, the internet's going to be out regardless if the power goes out, right? Like, I guess, well, yeah. I mean, the power will go out, but then it's like, you could have the internet being out and not the power, so in the event that it does happen, well, you know, I still record on the SD card, and then I think I'll download whatever's on the SD card, so as long as I got a membership, which is like $2 a month. Just not terrible. Not a horrible thing. My understanding, it's a lot cheaper than, like, if you did, like, Rain or something like that. Plus, Rain doesn't give you the option to store stuff locally, like on an SD card like that. And you have to have constant internet too. I mean, you do too with the membership stuff, of course, but like, I already been in these rooms. But this is like better quality. My understanding than Rain. I never owned a Rain camera, but I had a, the other brand from Amazon. I had that briefly, and I didn't like it, so I returned it. It was, I'm blanking on the name. What the hell is it called? Damn it. What the hell is it called? There's a doorbell camera, too. Let's see. I think I still have that box that I accidentally kept, but it's not a problem, because I guess I can place it. Oh, it's Blink, that's right. Yeah, Blink. The camera is out of date. 2 is another thing, so it's a few years old. Which is nothing wrong with being out of date. It's just like, is very limited. And I tried playing around with the sync modulator, like, that was the thing. It's like I wanted the sync modulator to download stuff off of there, like offline, but a couple problems was happening. First off, it's like, first off, there is no offline recording. You have to have internet still. So what happens is it captures whatever is detected on the camera, right? And then it gets transferred to like the servers connected to the internet. And then after it does that, then it like transfers stuff into the sync modulator, at least it's supposed to. And spoilers, it didn't, because like for some reason it was not detecting this SD card, not SD card, but this USB card, right? It was the right size. It wasn't crazy, you know, crazy like high or whatever. Good speed and stuff, just did not detect. There was like nothing wrong with the SD card whatsoever. It was just perfectly fine. And it's just like, nope, we're not going to detect with the shit. So I think it was just the sync modulator. I know it's new or something, but I think that just tech might be just fairly cheap, fairly old, not to detect something like that for some reason. And then another thing too I was reading about, it's like, oh yeah, it takes only lithium batteries, because if you use rechargeable batteries, then apparently it's not as high of a charge in those things, so they don't last as long. And it's like, what the fuck is this, the 90s again? You know, lithium batteries, non-rechargeable. I mean, you could find rechargeable lithium batteries, but from when I was researching online, I guess it's apparently a little bit more difficult to come across and more expensive. I don't know if lithium even lasts long as like the other stuff. In fact, this camera seems to be lasting longer. It got down to 69% in like a little over a month, which is not bad, really. The amount of traffic I get is not terrible. Plus, there's like more features too. That's another thing too. More features to like use on the app itself, and just settings on the thing itself too. It's nice. Like I guess the camera came out a few months ago too, so it's also brand new. 2K resolution, even though it's 15 frames. You know, I've had cameras that were about that much, or 12 frames. You know, well over a decade ago. It still functions fine, you know? And I wanted to get an micro SD card as like a good backup should there's any issues or something just gets hung up with the signal or the power goes out, you know? Just kind of that safety in mind, peace of mind, so I don't be like, oh yeah, it's a power outage and whatever. Of course, if there's a power outage, like all the lights will go off in the building and stuff, in the lobby and everything. So it'd be kind of cool to be like, use a night vision mode and stuff. We'll see, you know. I haven't really caught anything crazy yet, you know. Just people walking by and stuff like that. Or maintenance cleaning things. That's just like really about it. I mean, my package is being delivered too, you know, off and on. So it's like, there's that, I guess. But like nothing crazy. I know like last year or the year before, something like that, had a, I think that stacks with this. No, I don't want to get that. No, what am I thinking? Had a chipmunk running around. Not in this place, but like in the hallway, going up and down the stairs. I don't know if anyone found the damn thing or they kept the door open so they can let it out or something. But yeah, a little chipmunk, man. I think what happened was, oh, it's a Super Tinner Rock, by the way. I think what happened was somebody had the door open to the outside and they didn't close it. Usually when they move or something, they would leave the door open, usually upstairs or whatever. and they would leave it open. Sometimes they would leave it open the whole fucking day and night. Like, that pisses me off more than anything when they're in the middle of moving. They leave it open the whole time. They don't go back and close it, you know? Us during, like, moving days. Moving out days, mostly, because they don't come back. To close the door, of course. Obviously. I'm not gonna get the boss rush, by the way, because, like, I am very slow right now. And everything's cursed. To finding where I need to go. Yeah, so that's just kind of like the dilemma with that. No, I haven't seen anything crazy. I've seen some crazy stuff years before when I had a security camera for outdoors and indoor use. Shot speed down. I shouldn't be doing this, but... especially the time I've got here. Whatever. If I don't make it the boss rush, so be it, right? If that's the way it's going to be, game. Especially if I'm trying to look for my fucking item room. Some bullshit. Yeah, I probably won't make it. Did I even find my item room? I feel like I'm... Nope, it's not. I did not. That's what I thought. Because I don't remember a damn thing, man. Not a damn thing, man. I'm going to take this with me. It's going to be pretty useful. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. I could probably look for a secret room or whatever. I don't think I found. I don't need to find. Just fuck it. Oh, shit. Wow, there goes that. There goes that. Alrighty. Oh, okay, alright. Fuck off. Leave me the hell alone. Gotta check out that devil deal in here. That's just fucking not great, yo. I think we're 2 floors behind right now in speed. So, yeah. It's the way to be. It's just the way it is. Okay? Just the way it is. See, I got that old thing set up. One downside with the camera is it takes like hours to charge. But it's got a... that's the weird thing, right? Like, it's supposed to use like a 5-volt like charger or something, so you don't fry the damn thing if you use like a high-end thing. I probably could, 60 watts in the thing instead of 5 watts. That'd probably fuck it up. I'm not doing that. So I have to use 5 watts. It charges very slowly, but that battery lasts a very long time. So, the max charging you gotta do, 0 to 100, it's like 7 hours, it said. So that's not terrible. And I was at 60%, so it was probably a couple hours, roughly. Other than that, like, it detects things to some degree pretty well. I mean, it can be like a hit and miss sometimes where it's like it kind of detects the motion midway through getting close to my camera or something like that, instead of being like the first possible detection further away. I don't know, maybe it's just the way it's angled and I can't do much about it because how this building's constructed, but it works well enough. Okay, I was having similar issues with the blink too, with that, and I think it's just like the angle. I think that's just going to be a common problem unless like I just wire some kind of a camera and it's like super crazy, or be like getting in the other version of the camera which is a little bit more of a cost, but you have to wire it. And I don't think they're going to want me to, like, drill or anything around here. So, yeah. Even if I want to drill, like, I would have to hook it up to a special thing. I imagine maybe I could plug... Well, no, there's a thing you could do. They could plug it into, like... Actually, you know what? I did see a device on Amazon about a couple months ago where instead of using a... batteries, it uses like something that replicates batteries, but it actually has wires that strain out, and you can use the wires to plug it into like a wall outlet. Now, of course, like I saw something in reviews that seems like it's kind of sketchy with the setup, so I don't know if I want to electrocute myself or risk it, you know what I mean? Like that seems like not fun whatsoever. I'm probably not gonna do boss rush, by the way. Like, I gotta get in my boss room and shit. Not boss room, whatever. Oh, fuck it. Let's try. Oh no, we're not gonna make it. We're way too long gone here. We would need like fucking Emperor card and blank card, man, to like pull this shit off. Like, not even exaggerating here. And then that's if like, all right, we're out of bombs too. And that's if, like, we can kill Mom in time, too, is another thing. So, I think that's just all stacked against me. I honestly can't help it here, honestly. Like, yeah, maybe I spent more time than I should the last couple of floors finding stuff. But to be fair, it's like... I'm weak. I'm trying to find my item rooms and shit, you know? Like... Spare me? Oh, you could do that? What? You mean to say you could shoot poops now and mix the bridge instead of like break the poop when you can't get over the bridge? Are you fucking kidding me? They've changed that too? That was something I didn't see in the update. It was talking about the bombs. Talk about bombs that bomb rocks where you can use that as for a land bridge. Well, now they've changed something. Unless, like, maybe one of these two fix updates or something that was just published, like the one today and the one a couple days before. I wonder if that was something added sneakily. Look at that. That's fucking amazing. I don't think that's ever been a thing. If that was ever a thing, I would have known about it, like, a long time ago. Like, swear to you. This is new. This is revolutionary. This is the greatest miracle of all miracles, man. I wonder if Edmund and them fix some of those bugs that was mentioned about. Especially, well, one I didn't actually message them about yet. I should. Is the glitch where if you have 2 spacebar items, then it's like... You pick up the second spacebar item or switch it out or do whatever, right? Like, you essentially glitch it to where it's like you can't use that active item. And it goes back to the first active item until you leave the room and you come back. That's probably something I need to be telling Edmund, McMillan, and all them about too, in case like that hasn't been fixed or that hasn't been... I'm pretty sure maybe they got the report somewhere from somebody playing the game, but just to be sure, you know, I'm gonna like email him again. The 3rd time this week. I mean, I did that during the first multiplayer beta wave. I was telling him about the bugs I found too. That's something I don't really do, like ever, is like email the developer about bugs, you know? Like, I don't think I've ever did that in my life. So this is like a first. Why? Because I love playing the shit out of this game. It's entertaining. The fact you can do like multiplayer dailies, challenges, greedier, or greed mode, regular mode. Holy shit. You know, what's to say like someone come out with a mod to play multiplayer that enables the modding stuff? I'm not saying that would be entirely possible, But I've seen stuff where the Isaac community has been creating more and more crazy stuff. 1 second here, I gotta adjust this stuff. Like, for example, they had like Repetagon or something. I saw some bits and pieces and rumblings, and it's like some kind of like more of an open source of Isaac, right? Kinda. I guess it's like it's found ways to open it up more to make it more more uniquely moddable, I guess I would describe it as. And it's not from the developers of the game or anything, but it's from these modders essentially did something with that. And so, anyways, they were able to I don't know what they did exactly that was different compared to like regular modding. Like, I'm not like a professional modder. Last time I tried to make something was like Halo Combat Evolve or custom edition map, custom map. I just gave up, you know. Like, that was the last attempt I ever made that. Aside from like Minecraft maps, you know, that doesn't count. I'm talking about like, you know, that kind of stuff. Or like Forge World, you know, or Tony Hawk Underground 2 maps, nothing like that. I'm talking about actually doing like, I don't know, using actual computer programs to develop a map or whatever, you know. That kind of thing. And it was Halo Combat Evolve, aka CE, and that's another version which is like more open source. And so anyways, this Repetagon, I think it's called, there was a thing I was reading about, bits and pieces and stuff, of course, where it was like, the way that it was putting is like very similar to what it sounded like of like Halo, well, the CMT mapping team, let's say. And that was a mapping team that had a lot of recognition with trying to push the engine, the Halo 1 engine, to its max and then find ways to open source stuff, right? And that was a huge deal back then because the CMT mapping team, there were like a couple other ones that were pretty good, but not as big as this setup here. Because they made their own, let's say, their own, well, they made their own maps, their own weapons, their own style of things, and then they also made a remake of the campaign multiple times in different styles, with unique weapons, unique enemies, stuff like that, right? He can even hijack a mongoose, have a mongoose in the game. Just different little things, very reminiscent of Halo 3. Even like the bubble shield and stuff like that. Activating the equipment. It's like, it's very like original. Or not original. I mean, they made their stuff custom made. I don't think they ripped the tags so much. Like from the original games, like Halo 2 or something, or 3. But that's what I would mean by like open source with something like that, right? With Isaac, is puts in the mind of me of Halo Custom Edition and finding new ways to exploit the build of the game through new means, new methods. I mean, that's what that was called too with Halo. That when the Halo team was, the Halo mapping team was doing, it was called Open Sauce or whatever, which was their own kind of coding and stuff like that. And there were still limitations with the system, but they were the ones that were kind of like pushing it pretty hard. And I think there was a group of other people too that might have helped too with pushing this engine. So you were doing certain things you couldn't normally do in the game or mod in the game that they were able to do. And how did they do it? I don't know. Like, I'm not a computer expert or anything with that stuff. So Repetigon puts that in the mind for me. And I seen something too, like there. Okay, so it's like the modding ecosystem or whatever with that, right? And within that modding ecosystem is a mod within that mod where you can level up like it's some kind of RPG thing. I seen where it's like, oh, you leveled up, you know, here's your stats for the game. And then it gives you like special perks or something when you level the stats up after a certain amount, like an RPG. And get this, you keep your stats every new run too. Builds and everything. Like, wow, you know? See, that was a thing that I wanted in Isaac many years ago when I first started playing. That I end a run and I wish it never ended because, like, it's so powerful. I want to keep going with it, you know? Start a new run with the same kind of stuff, which we later were able to do, in a way, with Art Key. Hilarious. 2 ghosts. But I'm talking about in the sense of, like, you start a new run, you keep the items. It's a thing, you know? So slightly different. You do it every time kind of thing, you know? Except we can, technically, if you break the run just right, you can keep going. Of course, you know, come to find out, it's tiring as hell. So, you know, my opinion has changed now to where I can accept Isaac runs to just end. So I can start something anew. I've got used to that many years ago. I've come to accept of, you know, let go and move on, try a different run, you know, different experience, different memorable runs. Even though I probably like, a lot of them I probably like blocked out after years of recording and uploading. You know, we're getting to 1,700 fucking videos right now. And let's say that's probably like closer to 1,800 runs with all the resetting I do maybe. Plus like the runs that I didn't record, plus the ones that I never consider recording. I played like 500 hours there, plus the stuff on the game system, you know, like, you think I'm going to remember all that? Probably not. Probably not. Hilarious sticky nickel. That'd be a crazy kind of memory if I could remember every single Isaac run. I mean, there's people that are geniuses that have like super memory and stuff, you know? Could just memorize all sorts of crazy stuff. Some could be like geniuses and use their gifts and abilities to you know, get advanced like well in their lives and stuff. But there's also people out there which I've heard of a person I've met once that it's more of a mental issue that they have, and it's only memorizing gas prices. And I'm not like joking about it or anything. This is true. This person's unfortunately memorizes gas prices. You could just ask him what date gas prices was or something like that, and he'll tell you what gas station he was on that specific day because he's obsessed with like gas stations and motors and everything. And he'll tell you the gas prices at that time, and he'll tell you the gas station he was at what time and everything else, and how the weather was with it. It's weird stuff. Like, how do you harness that kind of like that memory? Like, how do you hone into that memory without like, you know, subjected into that kind of like issue? I mean, obviously, like I said before, it's mental illness with what's happening with them. It's a clear indication. So it's like some kind of a obsession in a way, but he can't help it kind of obsession. If that makes sense, you know, it's not addiction or anything. those, you could, and theoretically, call it an addiction, I guess. Like My Strange Addiction. With the lady who sniffs gasoline, and that's a crazy one. I got a recommendation on YouTube again for that episode. I've seen that years ago, and I saw the clip thing years ago too, and it's like, it just shows up on my feed. It's like, oh yeah, because I've seen something about cheesy potatoes, and then the algorithm's like, you want to see more of this again? I would rather not. I've already seen it anyways. And I know there's new episodes of Strange Addiction out there. I don't know if it's still going on or not. Listen, I haven't touched television in ages. Like, personally at home. Like, if I'm out somewhere, there might be something on, like, at a restaurant, possibly. There's not too many restaurants these days that got TVs anymore. Or if I'm at somebody's place, they might have, like, a television on, and I might just, like, aimlessly watch stuff. Now, I noticed, like the Fox network, which Disney owns now, they have a bunch of animated, like, television shows, I noticed. Like, if it wasn't enough to make, like, Simpsons and Family Guy and, American Dad, is that even still going on? Or the, Cleveland Brown show? I think they're both canceled, aren't they? I don't know. Canada Hell came back too, my understanding. They made a bunch of these other ones. I never really watched Bob's Burgers, so is that even going on still? Even? I don't know. I never really watched the show. I didn't really care for it so much either, so I don't know, Well, Futurama apparently came back too, but I think that's probably on a different network. But Disney owns it. It's Fox program. I just seen a recent announcement that the actor who played Milhouse and one of the bullies in the show Simpsons just like ended their voice acting career after 35 years. 35 fucking years of playing Milhouse and the bully voice. It's mostly Milhouse, because you don't see the bully so much. That's fucking insane. Like, you got these voice actors that have been around for so long, retiring left and right. I see that off and on about The Simpsons. I mean, Mr. Burns' voice I heard recently was just, like, god-awful. Voice actors playing it's just getting older, and that's just to be expected. Your voice goes more frail and weak and stuff. What do you propose to do? Well, they probably, one thing, it's like, you can either just go on with, well, a couple things you can do, huh? So, like, they could probably, like, end the show, which they should have done a long time ago, in my opinion. Or, that's just a shitty item. That's a horrible item for this character. Continue without the characters somehow. I mean, Milhouse is kind of the center point with, Bart's friend or whatever the deal is, right? I mean, I guess you could just get away with them not being there, since it's not like a big prevalent thing so much, unlike The Simpsons. Or just use AI voices, like they've been doing off and on, which they probably will. Either by the source themselves, or they'll just get some kind of an estate thing with the person that passed away or whatever, or sign off for the current members to be like, hey, can you give me them rights? Well, how does this work? So could they use the stuff that's already been recorded as an AI generated model source, since they technically own the episodes, to make the voice content? I feel like you could. mean, they did a CGI of Carrie Fisher for the second to last Star Wars movie, I think. Is that right? And maybe the last one? I'm trying to remember. I've only watched the movies once. Because she died at some point. During one of the shoots. Or after or something. Something like that, right? It's... Oh shit. Pardon my dust. There we go. I'm still like struggling as fuck here. Like I didn't even get much for shit that's gonna be a good indication I'm gonna be fine. I mean, I imagine there are gonna be some fucking players. They're gonna like make it or something, but me, it's like, this is some bullshit. Unless like maybe, well, we went to an angel deal, didn't we? Yeah, and we skipped on that first devil deal because that was just ass. That's just not worth it. So unless like maybe that devil deal president and then like fighting again, we would get like mom's knife, brimstone or something. Like how the fuck would you know? It's a fucking daily. Unless you do practice runs or like you read the piss out of like people's feedback and do this and not that. Like you're not gonna have a fucking clue what's happening, Dio. Let's see here. Damn, your piece keeps like fucking wanna fall out. Nope, because like I put it the wrong way. I see. This. Well, that's not really the problem there because they were still having issues. There we go. Let's see how this is going. Sorry. All right. Anyways, I don't know. All I know is they've killed off so many characters, like... You know, like, what do you do? Well, you create new ones, duh. Like they did with, like, Pokemon, where it's like, they let Ash retire right in the sunset. He's a Pokemon master and all that stuff. We got 2 brand new characters that no one gives a shit about because they're not classic characters. Like, how do you reinvent new characters like that, you know? That's the tricky part. How do you make characters new and like just as good, if not close to good, as the original OGs? How do you do that? I don't have an answer. You know, Pokemon peaked like 20 years ago, right? Yeah, let's say 20 years ago. That's reasonable. 05 or something, right? Let's say that. I could be like more of a smart ass and be like, oh no, the 151 was the peak and that was it, and then it went downhill from there. You could argue that too. It's just all depends on the perspective of the Pokemon fans, man. I get my ass handed to me right here. My ass is being handed to. Like you want to believe. Maybe it was a good thing I didn't try to rush the boss rush, because I didn't get diddly shit that would help me. I mean, I got some things, but like, it's like next to nothing. Dog shit, horse shit. Whatever you call it. Like, I'm literally min-maxing the fuck out of this game right now just to like stay alive. Find some kind of keys to the kingdom, you know? Just something, fuck, substance. I imagine with a group of people, they probably got the boss rush, or, you know, the lucky few just rush the fuck out of it and be like, ride or die, fuckers. I hate those, where it's like, okay, die. I'm gonna get the present so I can see if I could find something that's gonna remedy this. That is some horse fucking shit. I mean, the tears up is fine, but you gave me a damage down to kick my ass even further down to the curb. That's cool. Alright, well. I could probably try to look for that penny, but that's just like... Shit. Alright, well, we got all this stuff. And you know what? We're going to take this thing up here, by the way. Getting extra health is going to be a priority. Staying alive, too. I could probably take the Bible with me. I don't know. But now insta kill mom, we could just be done with this run instead of having to fight like this. Fight. Fucking infighting fight, you know? Fight or fighting fight. Fucking shit. I didn't turn my keys on. Okay. This is actually kind of a rough run. I would think with a mom's foot run, you're going to typically get powerful early on, you know? Boy, howdy, am I wrong. Unless I've just missed one important fucking thing. Devil deal. Maybe we got a guaranteed angel deal with skipping the first devil deal. You know, room. You know, something like that, I guess. I don't know. I guarantee I'm not going to get that boss rush. I'm pretty sure that people found a way to get the boss rush, right? Like, I don't think there's a single soul that didn't make it. I don't think that's the case. I think there's people that made it. Probably found some kind of a loophole. I'm so flustered right now. I can't tell if the piss is hitting that thing or not, because like the way that this color scheme is going on, and it's like Curse of Darkness, and the color scheme as in like my flux thing is turned on so it doesn't hurt my eyes or interferes with my sleeping tonight, because you know, nice little moon filter. Oh, we forgot the ghost dude, didn't we? Like a floor or two ago. Whatever the fuck, man. He's probably gonna give me Sacred Heart. Well, we got the next best thing, this ghost here. Our rank is probably gonna be super ass. Let's face it here. That's fine. That's fine. This has just been a disgusting run. I think I've had worse. Like one of which I was playing as a loss and I had TM trainer. I re-rolled, right? In the secret room. Picked it up, and I picked up some kind of a TM trainer like item or something, a glitched item. And then I just kept getting randomly hit. I had 9 lives, so that kept me alive a little longer. And guess what? I died. I lost. Because like I did that to myself, so I have no one to blame but me with that, I guess. But you know, the backpack. Freaking backpack things we do. Whoa. Oh, whoa. I can't even get over there either. We might as well go get the Bible now. Get some charges if we can. If we can. We have to cover 3 rounds with stuff. Unless we get a secret room with like a grade or something. Right? Maybe a little greed. A little greed in our grade. Agreed. I don't know if I'm actually hitting shit or not. Okay, well, whatever. Oh, my points, though. Lol. Oh. Okay, we're going to get the charges. Maybe. Yep, we will. Definitely. A big-ass room like this. Yeah, maybe. No reason to use the Bible to get a bone heart either. For a character that can't heal red hearts. Okay, I'm gonna get, even if people didn't make it the boss rush and there's like a top score for that or something. Like, I've got hit so much by shit, like, gone down pissed me off. I must say. Gone down pissed me off. Alright, wow, that's just like all kinds of cool. Can you give me fucking something that's gonna be worth the damn? I swear to you, I need something. Stats. Well, I guess there's no point now, huh? Because we got the Bible. No shit, you got the Bible. That's all you need to kill Mom. Duh. Oh, fuck, man. What a horrible run. And I didn't see a single dice room at all to reroll this run either. So it's like, or a card or anything. Like, there's nothing to even, like, remedy this. So, like, unless, like, it's some devil deal to get a president in, and then, like, it's like, oh, yeah, here's this bunch of cool shit there, yo. Flustered, man. I don't like fighting runs where it's like, I gotta struggle and find the mid-maxiest kind of way possible to, like, I didn't need to do that bomb, I guess, there, but it tears up. That's a start here. More like the end, because you're right at the end of the freaking sucking fucking game. Now we just gotta find the super sicker round. And then we med-max the shit out of this. Nope, that's not there. Right here, maybe. I hate this. I'm assuming that I'm hitting it with piss tears. You hate to see it. Maybe here. I can't even tell with this tint and everything, man. Like, this is fucking silly. All right, this is, I guess maybe it's in that smart-ass big room, isn't it? Could be down here, maybe. I think I saw something yellow. Okay, found it. Just do a little this here. Oh yes, Mom's foot. That's what we need. Stomp on him. Kill him. Murder the life out of him. All right, we're out of here. It's time to end things here. Nearly an hour of fucking around, staying alive, struggling. Like, that's my stats here. I did not mean to take that. Well, doesn't matter. My score is ass, I bet. Yep. People found a way to get the boss rush. Where is my thing, Majiggy? People found a way. There had to be some kind of a loophole. That, or they got a bunch of teammates together and they were to kill this shit, like, fast. That's probably, maybe they must have, like, tweaked something with this. Where it's like, oh, there seems to be people getting high scores, high rankings, doing it by themselves. Let's make these runs a little tougher somehow with this. Maybe. Or maybe it's just all in my head. Whatever. 3,657 plays. Well, top 4,000, right? Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.